Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use. Fair use.
Next story. Right now, as we speak, 3I Atlas, an enormous glowing object the size of Manhattan, is speeding toward Earth on what appears to be a planned, coordinated trajectory. It's going so fast that you could fly from New York to Los Angeles in just 1 minute. Now, conventional scientists say that it's just a comet. Of course they're going to say that. But it's doing things that comets just don't do. No comet we've ever seen. So what is it? Joining us now to answer that question, Harvard astrophysicist Dr. Avi Loeb, and member of the House Oversight Committee, and someone who took part in the UAP hearings just last month, Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett. Gentlemen, great to have you back on. Dr. Loeb, I want to start with you. October 3rd is an important date in this 3I Atlas saga. Why is today so important, and what are we now learning about this thing?
For a simple reason, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And we are about to get the highest resolution images of 3I Atlas when it comes within 29 million kilometers from Mars. There are several orbiters, one that was deployed by NASA around Mars, and it has a camera. This camera is called HiRISE, that will be able to resolve 3I Atlas with a 30 kilometer per pixel resolution. So we will learn much more about it in the coming days, and hopefully the data will be out soon. Science is fun because we can learn from evidence. So far there are 7 anomalies of this unusual object. The size is very large. It's larger of all the size of Manhattan Island, about 1,000 times more massive than the previous interstellar comet, about 33 billion tons, at least that mass. There was a jet coming out of this object towards the sun. Unlike a cometary tail that usually goes away from the sun, there was an unusual chemical composition containing mostly nickel without iron. There was a polarization of light never seen before for comets. And the trajectory of 3I Atlas is aligned with the plane of the planets around the sun.
Real quick, all right, these Edomites, these government.
We just heard Esau giving a detailed situation about how these UFOs is headed towards the earth. And this is through all the prophecies. The return of YAHAWASHI was seen throughout all of these prophets, mainly Jeremiah and Isaiah. They seen in vivid details on how YAHAWASHI was going to come. And Apostle John, the John the Revelator, he wrote the same coming. And you had Matthew and Luke put down how he was going to come. So I'm going to run through all of these and show how this is not something that isn't going to happen, and it's going to be some kind of different coming. See, and the governments of Esau understand this. See, they're seeing the return of Yahawashi, and this is why he said that they will see it. Not when you look at Revelation, it says all eyes shall see him, but mainly them eyes that's gonna be seeing him is Esau, and he gonna tell the rest of the world. But before I get into the precepts, all praises, glory, and honor go to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Yakakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahawashi being the name of his only begotten Son, who they originally called Jesus Christ. Now, here in Jeremiah, this verse is being quoted a lot when you're looking through the brethren, and I haven't really used this verse in none of my videos, but it's Jeremiah 4:13. It says, "Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariot shall be as the whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled." And so can be a double prophecy when it comes to these Edomites on how the Lord is going to be coming. Because when you go into let me stick into Jeremiah, and then we'll go to a different prophet after that. Jeremiah 49, it tells you that Edom would be afraid of this coming. It says, behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra, and at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pain. So he's coming to Edom. This is the main place, this so-called American empire. See, this is who he's coming to. The Edomites is running Babylon the Great, and he's going to come and fly over them as the eagle. Like Basra is pretty much in one of the cities of America is called Salakia. One of the cities in America is called Basra, because this is representing what Basra stood for. One of the major cities in the land of Edom. See, in America is, out of all the lands of Edom, America and New York City is a major city and country, Basra. Now, when you go into the other prophets, let's see here. Let's get Isaiah. Now, Isaiah spoke about this coming multiple times, but let's match Jeremiah 4 and 13. It's the same language. This is Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. This is what Jeremiah 4 and 13 said. To render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So he's coming to Basra with those flames of fire and those chariots like a whirlwind. Okay, coming to Edom. Let's jump back 3 chapters. Verse 1. It says, who is this that coming from Edom? And they tampered with the word. This is why he said he did in Revelation 22 and 19 and 18, or 18 and 19, Salakia. He said that their name not gonna be written in the book of life because they tampering with his word. So YAHAWASHI gonna go to Edom with dyed garments from Basra. See, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. See, they see he's traveling to Babylon the Great, America, to earth, to pop up like an eagle in Babylon the Great, America. Okay, to take vengeance on these Edomites, who is the so-called white man who runs America, and these Benjamin Nada Jews who runs America, because he gonna pop up on their behind and execute vengeance. Let's get another prophet. Let's see. This is where we at? This is let's see. Let's get the apostles. They are prophets too. They foretell what was gonna happen. I'm gonna start with math. Let's start with Luke. Let's get Luke 21. Let's get into some good details, because this matches Jeremiah 49:22. And to get right to the point, verse 26, it says, men's hearts fell in them for fear, Oh wow, who the main hearts is focused on? The mighty men of Edom, the military. See, the so-called scientists of Edom, the astronauts, NASA. See, they all heart is filling them for fear because they see the Lord is coming for their behind. Jump down to verse 27 to get to the point. It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud, see, and the chariots like his whirlwind, with power and great glory. Okay. When it's the end of their kingdom, they gonna know that the Lord is coming for their behind. Okay. Now let's get where is it? John the Revelator. John the Revelator, chapter 1, verse 7 says, behold, he shall come with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. And the main kindred is going to be the nation of Edom, because he's really coming to destroy their kingdom that they done built up. And when it's saying he's coming with clouds, it's talking about he's coming with his chariots like a whirlwind. Okay, let's get some more with the chariots. Revelations 11 and 12, it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying, from heaven saying unto them, come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. See, he's going to come in that cloud, that chariot, and they're going to be beamed up into the chariot. Okay. What else I had? Isaiah 60. It describes these chariots the same way. 60 and 80 say, who are these that fly as a cloud, as a dove to their windows? And it tells you the purpose of them and what they're coming to do. Verse 9, it says, surely the isles shall await me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring your sons from far. See? So these clouds are chariots, ships, that's going to be bringing the Israelites from far to where they were scattered. And they were scattered over here to Babylon the Great and all over the world. Now, let's get some more on that cloud. Another Isaiah 19. Some more on this swift cloud. It says, the burden of Egypt. Now, mind you, in Revelations 11 and 8, it says it's a spiritual Egypt. This great city Babylon the Great, is this spiritual Egypt. And this is the spiritual Egypt it's talking about. It says, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. So he gonna come into Egypt, the spiritual Egypt, which is Babylon the Great, and he gonna deliver his elect. Okay. Now let's go to Matthew and get that Matthew 24. Him delivering the elect. In Matthew 24 and 31, it says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. You see, this is what Revelation 11 and 12 say. They're going to hear a great voice in heaven. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other. See, they're going to come like a cloud, flying like a cloud, to gather his elect. Okay. And I think 25 might talk about it. it says he's coming. He's coming with his holy angels. Them holy angels is all of them other ships that's gonna be coming with him. You got another one in Second Ezra's 13. Start with verse 3. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. See, that's the other angels. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. That's why in Revelation 1 and 7 it say all kindreds is going to wail because of him. Okay, to get right to the point, verse 5, it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered a great multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So they gonna be ready. That's why they got a space force, and they got a NASA scientists with their satellites looking to see when he coming. Verse 6, it says, I beheld, and lo, and he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or the place where the hill was graven, and I could not, because it was a mountain flying in the air. It was something that looked like a mountain flying in the sky. Okay, and so they're gonna be seeing this mountain, which they is probably seeing it now on their satellites and their radars and their telescopes and all this crap. They looking and seeing YAHAWASHI coming for they behind, man. And they having terrible fear. The news guy, he said, man, they're coming right for us. It's coming for us. And he said, they're going to lie to us and tell us that it's just a asteroid or some craziness. But we know that that's a lie, man. They trying to hide the truth. And now, let's see. We got another one that goes in on these chariots. Well, Elijah was taken up by a chariot. In Matthew, Matthew 2? That star, what it said, the star had popped up in the sky. That was a chariot, making sure YAHAWASHI wasn't slaughtered by Herod the Edomite. Because he said the angel was already, there it is, verse 10. It says, when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceedingly great joy. See, we're going to see these chariots, and we're going to be rejoicing, because we know he coming to deliver us with these chariots. Look at verse 7. It says, then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men. See, this is what ESAU Edom is doing. You got Herod, who was a certified Edomite. He calling the wise men, the astronauts, the NASA telescope scientists. And it says, inquire of them diligently what time the star appears. See, when is this star coming? Where is it coming from? It's bigger than the sun. It's blocking out the sun. What is that? What's going on with that thing? You see, this is what they doing today in 2025 before YAHAWASHI coming, and it was perfectly done back in Herod's day when the Edomites was seeing that, oh man, there's a major ship in the sky looking down over him, protecting YAHAWASHI, making sure these Edomites don't kill him. That is powerful. And then another one, I'm thinking, what it says, I always forget what this is. I ain't went into this one in a while. No. Yeah, I'll pass on that one. But the chariots came multiple times. Oh, let me see in Acts. I think Acts chapter 1. They might have said something about how he left. It said they came together saying, you're going to turn this to Israel. There it is, verse 9. And he said he's going to return in the same way he left. Because the Jehovah wickedness is always on. Oh, he left invisible. He left and only the Israelites saw him. So he going to return. Only his disciples saw him, as they say. And he going to return in the same way. So they try to justify that by saying in 1914, only the Jehovah wickedness know that he came on the earth in 1914. His second return was going to be invisible in 1914, and nobody wasn't going to know. See, they ain't going to even know. When he come the second time, he's just going to come kill a bunch of people. They ain't going to really be his return. Now, let's see here. Verse 9, it says, and when he had spoken these things, they well beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. You see? And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. So the chariot came and scooped YAHAWASHI up in the heaven, and then the two angels came and talked to him and said, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why you stand gazing into the heaven? This same YAHAWASHI, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as he have seen him go into heaven. See, he gonna come with that chariot and like a whirlwind, just like he was taken up by a chariot, came out of came down like a cloud out of heaven and scooped him up, and he went into the heaven. It's gonna that same he coming back in that chariot, see, or in a chariot, and he gonna return in that same way, not no invisibly where nobody can see him. See, because that contradicts Revelation 1:7. That contradicts Jeremiah, Isaiah, with all eyes gonna see him. Not know he gonna come in and be invisible. Nobody but his disciples gonna see him. That's a lie. Everybody gonna see him when he return with power and great glory. He gonna be stunting like his daddy. See, and he gonna come and kick these Edomites behind, man. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I just want to bring that out since they all peeking into the sky, talking about, oh, this is a UFO, or this is an unidentified object coming towards the earth, and they scared to death because he gonna kick their behind. This is why they trying to attack with great wrath the Israelites. See, we need to go to the hood. We need to set up these Hispanics and tell them to come on over here. So now we can make them the scapegoat on why we need to go into these neighborhoods and start harassing all the Israelites. We got immigrants in there, we got drug dealers, and we got the thugs. The drug dealers and the gangsters. See, gangsters came over the border and went into all the major cities. We need to go into the major cities and attack these people with full force. See, because they see these chariots coming for their behind. See, this is what's going on. Revelation 12:12. When he got a short period of time, this is when this devil gonna come with great wrath. See, talking about, I hate my opponents, and I'm gonna go get them. We gonna change this Department of Defense to Department of War. And these gangsters and these thugs, these cartels is gonna understand why we call this the Department of War. This is what's going on. And a Christian, a blind Christian, see, ain't never gonna find out what's going on. But I'm gonna leave it there. Give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Yikakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the descendants of slaves scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.